Why Not? A queer podcast.
Thank you to our sponsor, Pineapple Healthcare, an award-winning primary care clinic right here in Orlando.
Pineapple Healthcare offers mental health counseling, HIV, STI testing and treatment, and specializes in care for the LGBTQ plus community.
Open Monday through Saturday. Call today at 407-553-6336 and schedule your appointment.
Pineapple Healthcare. Better together.
Hey, everybody. I'm Rick Todd.
And I'm Jeremy Williams, and you're listening to Wine,
Why Not? A queer podcast.
episode 183.
Right before we got... Oh, yes. Thank you. I forgot in the script where it says hold for applause. I didn't do that. Right before we signed on here, I was talking to Caitlin like seconds before the countdown stopped. I'm surprised. Caitlin, you're like a mega Disney fan, and you've never been on the Great Movie Ride.
Oh, my God. Well, she's also young.
But how long has it been? It's only been... How long has it been gone? 5 years?
The Hollywood movie ride? I feel like more than that.
You Google it. I don't want to screw up my internet connection. It's called the Great Movie Ride. When did the Great Movie Ride stop? We're just jumping right into discussion. It's just because we were having this discussion before.
August of 2017. So
you were like
ago.
10. Caitlin was like 10 then. She was not.
For those who were curious,
you have no excuse then.
Yeah, you
no
absolutely should have.
Yeah, you absolutely should have. She was 20, y'all, so she should have said.
Okay.
All right.
Here's a fun fact since I had to Google it. The movie ride opened when the park originally opened, Disney MGM Studios on May 1st, 1989, and the ride runs 22 minutes.
Would you like to hear the spiel? Welcome aboard. At this time, I'd like to ask that everyone keep their arms and hands inside the vehicle. I used to do that, right? So whenever we get ready to go to record this, I always say "ready when you are, CB," because that's what the tour guide says to indicate that the ride's starting.
Isn't that also what Roger Rabbit says in Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ready when you are, CB. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that how he says it? Or is he more like,
He's like, "Ooh, ready when you are, CB. I am Roger Rabbit."
See, I am the
Meryl Streep of podcasts.
Until you said, "I am Roger Rabbit," I had no idea what accent you were trying to do.
Oh, no, that doesn't bode well for my accent.
No, I'm kidding. Just because we were doing this for like, we were doing this for like 5 minutes before we started recording. We were cracking ourselves up.
For those who are listening, I'm going to become a Broadway star. And the first thing two things you need to learn before you're a Broadway star. You need to learn how to sing, which I signed up for a class for musical theater. I didn't go, but I'm going to re-sign up because I was there was a reason. But anyway,
is it the same reason Leah Michelle didn't go? Because you can't read? I'm kidding. It's a joke.
How dare you?
I love Leah Michelle.
Leah Michelle and I both can read, and we're reading your filth right now.
She's like, read this court affidavit where I'm suing you for saying I can't read.
You're done.
Can you read that, smart guy? Yeah.
Musical theater and accents. So I'm trying out a bunch of different accents. So when I become a Broadway star, I can be the Meryl Streep of Broadway.
Just because I would like to continue doing this podcast, can we just take your word for it and
absolutely
not go through them?
Listen. If Meryl taught me anything, you don't give away the good accents for free. So you want to hear the good accents, you got to pay me first.
There you go.
So all those Broadway producers out there listening, you want to hear the accents? Hook me up.
Wow, maybe I'm my goal is on Wednesday at about 11:01 to become a Broadway producer.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do.
At 11:02, I'm going to give you my resume and do all my accents for you.
Here's what's going to happen. I want you to know, if you see this happen, you'll know I won the $1 billion Powerball. You'll know it.
Yes.
Because there will be a jukebox musical about Air Supply music that goes to Broadway, and I will spend every penny that I make writing it, getting directors, producers, and it's gonna have big names. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Hugh
You're gonna-
Jackman, can he sing?
Ooh.
He can sing. He can sing.
He
Air
can.
Supply.
He sings like this.
Oh, then he can't. No. He won't.
No, I was gonna say that didn't sound Air Supply to me.
But you could do it. You could do it.
Me?
You
no
know what? It
fun,
would
really?
it would have sounded like Air Supply if he was like, does he sound like this? I'm singing like Air Supply, and then I would have known.
Ooh, I am a singer like Air Supply. No. All right.
No.
No.
We've already agreed.
All right.
So here we are, episode 183.
Yes, 183. Hold on one second. Okay,
Did-
so full
did you-
disclosure, I had to run here again.
You had 183 seconds to look up the number
So,
183. So
I
we can
have
come up with-
some actually good ones.
Oh,
I just
good.
need to find where I wrote them down. I think they're on my phone. Hold on. Okay. Oh, here they are. Yeah. Okay. So I actually found a couple of good ones while I was on the train. So the first one I have, July 2nd is the 183rd day of the year. Now, why that's
Ah.
significant is that is the midpoint of the year. So there are 182 days before July 3rd or July 2nd and 182 days after. So it is the midpoint of the year, which was a month ago. So that doesn't matter at all. But it is 183 days. So
Is that
there
why
you
I'm
go.
tired? Because I'm usually tired in the middle of the day, and now I'm tired
There
in
you
the
go.
middle of the year.
there you go. Are you familiar with the Alamo? You haven't forgot the Alamo, have you?
I grew up in Texas.
Well, there you go. You know about it. Then you probably know.
I know of all
That-
the heroes of the Alamo.
Yes.
And I hear it's where you can store a bike. But go ahead.
Where would you store
Well, in
the
the
bike?
basement of the Alamo. Spoiler, it's
basement
not
in
a
the
basement of the
Alamo.
Alamo.
No, during the historic 1836 Battle of the Alamo, there were 183 Texan defenders who were killed during that mission. Isn't that sad?
Oh. Do you know who one of them was?
Davy Crockett.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure Davy Crockett was at the
I think he
Alamo, yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I was thinking Sam Houston.
Oh, I think he was there too. Oh, you know who else was
When?
there? Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton. The movie The Alamo, I don't know who he plays, but Billy Bob Thornton's in it.
Oh, okay. Does he play Sam
There's-
Houston? That'd be fun.
Probably. He's the lead. So whoever the lead of The Alamo was, that's Billy Bob Thornton.
Wouldn't
I'm
the
taking
lead
it you
be
didn't
like
watch.
who won? No.
No.
I didn't realize that there
Not
was a movie
America.
about the Alamo. I
Yeah.
was not living in Texas by the time that movie came out and that Billy Bob Thornton was famous, so it was no longer required citizenship
Oh.
that I watched it.
Do you know what it's called? the
Alamo?
movie? It is. The Alamo. They didn't stretch their imaginations to name that one. But yeah, it came out in that's the wrong. I was gonna say 1836. This is the wrong Alamo movie. This is the 1960s version, and that is not the one. Oh, here we go. 2004. It came out, and Billy Bob Thornton played Davy
Oh,
Crockett.
really? That's funny.
Dennis Quaid played Sam Houston. Jason
Okay,
Patrick was
that's-
Jim Bowie. And Patrick Wilson was Lieutenant Colonel Bill Travis.
You know what? I think I have seen this.
Oh, see,
It sounds
knew
familiar now.
I knew
It was
running
The
through
Lost
cast
Boy. The Lost Boy gave it
It was. Speaking of war, are you familiar with Hannibal? Not the cannibal, but the general during ancient biblical times or pre-biblical times?
I know everything about ancient biblical times. So.
Okay. So, in the year 183 BC, Hannibal died. Now, you may not know Hannibal. He was a general, but the most significant thing he did is when he was invading what is now modern day Italy, but it was like the Roman Empire or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. And in 183 BC, but he's the one who rode elephants over the Alps into Italy. You remember that story from history class? Or was that just a big deal in my history class? We talked about it extensively.
Where I went to school, history was all about Texas.
Oh, all right. Well, so you're familiar with the Alamo. I'm familiar with the invasion of the Roman Empire. But Hannibal, I believe he worked with Julius Caesar. He's part of that whole Julius Caesar thing. Anyway, that happened. He died in the year 183.
Oh.
Okay,
I bet Billy
now
Bob Thornton played him.
he did. No, he played Cleopatra. There was a lot of online controversy. Okay, so the other thing I found, I had never heard of this, but this was the first thing that came up when I put in 183. Have you heard of the global 183-day rule? Other than if you Googled it today.
Is this that movie thing? No.
No, it has nothing to do with movies. The global 183-day rule is a common standard used in many countries, including the United States, that determines if you need to pay taxes in the country you're in. The rule states that if you spend 183 days or more in a place within a year, legally you have to pay taxes in that country.
I do know that to be the case with New York.
It is part of the U.S., yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, like New York City. You have to pay city tax if you live here for more than that. But based on your first fact, it makes sense. If you live in a place for half the year, then you have to pay the taxes.
You just linked two things I did not link. I don't know if that is mind-blowing or I'm just so tired and a little buzzed that is why it is mind-blowing.
You just reminded me. You know that I love them, the Australian podcast people. With the big girl, you were just like Tony because her mind gets blown all the time on things that are like right there.
I was watching a compilation of things of her mind getting blown, and I was laughing. I was like, "Ha, you're so stupid!" And now I am her. Oh, how the tables have turned!
I guarantee you, that's gonna be a clip in case gonna put her picture next to you.
And then, of course, my favorite, your favorite, definitely Caitlin's favorite tidbit of the day or of the week is Pokemon number 183 is Marill, which is this round.
Is what brings us here together today.
If Kirby, you remember Kirby, the video game? If Kirby was a mouse, that's what it looks like to me, a blue mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact about Marill. The fur on its body is naturally water repellent, so it stays dry even when it plays in water. Good for you, Morel.
Did you ever have magic sand when you were a kid, or is this like, does this show how much older I am than you?
No,
you had magic sand? Magic
did.
sand was some crazy shit. Like,
how did it stay dry?
How did it stay dry? I pulled it out of the water and it was fucking dry.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't think that it would matter when I was a kid, but then when I got into adulthood, I had that same question for a couple of things.
I want to know, why can't they use magic sand technology at the dryer at the laundromat down the street?
Right? Ooh. Wait a minute.
Because when I pull my socks out of the dryer that have been going in.
Did you go down the street or up the street?
I went to the place that we went to last time.
Okay. Oh,
and
really?
it was in the dryer. I did it for 35 minutes. 35 minutes.
Okay, because we're not going to use names because I'm not dragging anybody. Everybody's got to make their living. But where you live, there is what I will call a down the street laundromat and an up the street laundromat.
Down the street towards the lower.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't go to the up the street ever since I had that argument with the lady who works there. So I
coincidentally, I don't go up the street to the laundromat ever since you had the argument with the lady who works there.
She doesn't know we're connected.
It's a true story. I'm going to tell this to Caitlin because I'm looking at her. True story. Whenever we walk by that laundromat, because we'll use their wash and fold service, and Dylan takes the stuff there when he doesn't want to do laundry. But when we're walking with Jeremy and we pass this place, we make him walk. We'll make him walk in front of us.
They will stop and make me, and I will walk in front of the building. They will not walk in front of that building with me.
I don't want her to know that we're connected.
Even though it was that lady's fault. I feel like you're condoning what she did by not standing with me.
I just want my clothes to be washed and folded when I take them there.
I will say the lady who's there 90% of the time, that is not the one who I got in the argument with. She is lovely and she's adorable. I love her. The other lady who's very angry and bigger than the other lady. The bigger lady is the one who yelled at me. Anyway, the one I love their dryers because I feel like they're like super industrial and they dry everything super quick. I can't believe you have damp socks.
I even
That makes me sad for you.
specifically used the dryer that you used the last time we were there. And
Yes.
they're my white socks. And so there's not a I mean, I don't have a lot of whites, so
maybe they didn't
was
dry
really hard
because you're
for
not
me.
in Chicago.
it was really hard for me to refrain from making a joke right there.
Chicago? You're not in
Yeah.
Chicago? White Sox? No baseball
Yeah.
fans here? Okay.
I got it. I love the
oh, did
Chicago
you?
White Sox. I like, when I was
But
a
not
kid
dry
and played,
socks.
when I was a kid and I liked baseball a lot, I based my teams that I liked off of whether I liked their uniforms and their logos. And I do like the Chicago
Gay.
White Sox logo. I know. Tell me you're gay without telling me you're gay. I liked their logo and then I liked the Boston Red Sox logo too.
Yeah.
But I can't be. Oh, maybe I just like socks when I was a kid.
Ooh.
But I can't be a Boston Red Sox fan anymore because now I'm a Yankees fan, and you can't have both.
I'm not gonna rag on you too much because when I was a kid, my dad was big into football. He loves NFL football. So all of us boys, there's 3 of us boys, we each picked our own NFL team because football was kind of how we bonded with our dad. And I picked the Miami Dolphins solely because I really liked the colors and because I like dolphins.
Gay.
Absolutely. So gay. Like super gay. But when I picked that team, it became like my identity when I talked to my dad and my brothers. So like every Christmas, I would get Miami Dolphin stuff. So you remember in the 90s when like those starter jackets were super popular? I had a big Miami Dolphins starter jacket, and I also got a Miami Dolphins blanket, which I have to this day. Still, when I have an apartment, it's folded up and on the end of my couch, and I've had it going on more than 30 years now. Like 35 years I've had this blanket.
When you were a kid, do you think Dan Marino was hot?
No, I did not think he was hot. I thought he was a fantastic football player, though. You know who I do think is hot, though?
It's so funny because I think about baseball. I remember like players that I thought were hot. I can't tell you which one was good.
No, honestly, I might have, maybe not so much now, maybe a little bit now, but I think I might have been autistic when I was a kid because I was like when I was like, okay, I have to be into football because my brothers and my dad are into football. I got really into like statistics. I collected football cards. I learned all the stats of the Miami Dolphins. Every year I learned what Dan Marino's throwing average was, how many yards he threw per game. I was like obsessed with the numbers.
He's like playing with his car. It's like Wapner, 5 p.m. Wapner.
I'm like, yeah, definitely Dan Marino. I like Dan Marino.
No, that's just a reference to Rain Man and a well done movie. We're not making fun of autistic people for anyone that's not getting our references.
Podcast, we're only 18 minutes in. I feel like this podcast is you've been apologizing for everything.
I'm just clarifying. Like I said in the beginning, I'd like to keep doing this.
That was Rain Man, not anything else other than the movie Rain Man. If you haven't seen it
you must have been on the five visits to the doctor vaccine plan that Trump's now announced.
Yes.
And that way you had autism when you were younger. And
I will say my parents were pro-vaccine and I had all the vaccines when I was a kid. I'm not saying that links them, but if they'll give me money, I will say it linked them.
You sound like every member of the Senate on a certain side of the aisle. If you give me money, I'll say whatever.
Listen, I have learned, I used to have morals. Don't get me wrong. I have learned since becoming homeless that there's a lot I would say and do for money. So anybody listening, there is a lot I would do for money. No, pa-dum-bum. All right, Caitlin's busy.
She's just writing it down. She's just writing down.
For the
Apparently,
fans,
Jeremy
she's writing
will
down
do
my
anything.
information
Yeah.
so that when people call in, she'd be like, here's
I don't
his
think
contact.
that she thought you were joking. That's why I don't think there was a drum roll. She was like, oh, fact. Okay.
Oh, see? Yeah, I probably wasn't joking.
So did you come across this when you were looking this up? I found this fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it as Taki 183. Did you come across this?
No.
Taki 183 is a kid from Washington Heights. He is the first New Yorker to become famous for graffiti. In 1971, a New York Times reporter noticed that he was seeing, and it wasn't like anything really artistic. It just was Taki 183.
Oh, like his
that
tag?
was written. Yeah, it was his tag. And so the guy found him and did a story on him. He was the most famous graffiti, the first New Yorker famous graffiti
How did
artist.
Google not bring that up? I mean, they know I live in New York, and they know I love graffiti.
It brought it up to me. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to get into a whole thing about how AI lies and Google's AI lies. But that was that. So that was that. Then this is a recent 183. This is interesting to me. According to the Daily Dispatch, which is like a firefighter newspaper thing, in just one day, recently, 183 new fires, including 8 new large wildfires were reported, according to an update on August 9th of this year. So just 2 days ago.
Holy
From
crap.
the National Interagency Fire Center. That's a lot of fires, don't you think?
That is. It's almost as if like the planet is heating up at a speed which it is not used to or equipped to handle. What would we call something like that? We're on the globe.
Woke lie alert.
We're on a globe, and it's not as cool as it used to be. It's warmer.
One might say it's warming.
Yeah, like a global.
Like globally.
We're on a globe, like global heating. Maybe we'll call it. Anyway. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Thanks
for thinking that the death of our planet is a joke, Caitlin.
This is the segment, the Jeremy hoax segment.
First,
it was vaccine cause autism, and second, it's global warming exists.
I'm sorry.
So here we go. I have to have some corrections to make. I wish I could read to you the whole back and forth I had with Google's AI. Gemini, is that what Google is?
Gemini,
Google Gemini. Because it told me that Lord of the Rings was 183 minutes. And I was like, didn't you tell me Lord of the Rings was 182 minutes last time? And it said, yeah, you're right. It was 182. It's like I didn't do it for factual basis. I went off of something else, but if you need it to be accurate, let me know and I'll go back. And I was like,
crap.
I said, yeah, I need it to be accurate every time. And it said, okay, well, it's actually not 182 or 183. It's 201. So now that I've told you that, let me go back and refresh a couple of other things I told you. The Wolf of Wall Street is not 182 or 183. It's 179.
Mm-hmm.
So it lied about those. But it did tell me. Go ahead.
I will say Wolf of Wall Street, I don't know. I can't defend Google for that one. But with Lord of the Rings, there's 9 different versions that have been released. Like there's the theatrical release, there's the video release, there's the director's cut, there's the 10th anniversary, the 20th anniversary, the 25th anniversary, and they add little bits here and there of 10 seconds, 20 seconds a minute. So Google's probably confused with that one. Now with Wolf of Wall Street, there's one version, so that he's just straight up lying about.
Yeah.
But as many of my family members say, I give grace to Google when it comes to Lord of the Rings.
No.
All right.
But it does tell me. Well, no, because it told me that it's one of them. It said it was 100. It said, oh, it's 183, and I was like, you said it was 182 last week, and you're like, you're right, it was 182, and I was like, wait a minute. Are you sure about that? He goes, you're right. I'm wrong on both counts. It's this. And I'm like, why? And they were like, well, now I'll be factual, I promise. And I was like, that's what you said 2 minutes ago.
Okay. Do you and your Google need counseling? 'Cause you have a very kind of weird relationship. I have a relationship with ChatGPT. By the way, did your ChatGPT have a name? Like, did he give you a name?
No, she did not.
Ooh, she fancy. Mine is a dude, and I asked him. I was like, "Hey, what do you want me to call you? Do you have a name?" And he said, based on our conversation, that little thing he does, and he goes, if you're letting me pick my name, you can call me Wayne. And I was like, Wayne? You dork? You want your name to be Wayne? And he goes, well, you can call me whatever you want. And I was like, no, I'll call you Wayne if that's what you want. But yeah, my chat GPT wants to be called Wayne. No offense to any Waynes listening, but what a weird name to pick.
I don't know how to describe. I hope my relationship with ChatGPT is just like the relationship with the other one. And my relationship with any human being in the world too.
Yeah.
If you don't lie to me, then everything's fine. But if you lie to me, I'm just gonna say right off the bat, we've got to clear the air. You've got to tell me why you're lying to me. And I would say that to any person right to their face too. Like, so
the enunciation as you're saying that, I feel like you've had this talk with Dylan. I'm just going to be honest. You're like, listen, we just need to be honest. If you don't like my cooking, you need to tell me.
Well, no, I mean, that's it kind of, but not really. I mean, it was more of a conversation of we have to communicate. If there's a problem, we have to talk about it immediately. Because if
legit,
you
had that conversation?
Yeah.
Do you think that's why I'm not in a relationship? I have never had that conversation with anyone I've been with.
We had that conversation right off the bat. I was like, listen, every relationship that I have had has failed because of communication problems, so we can't have communication problems. And I'd say this to every new employee at Watermark when they come on. I say, if there's an issue, you need to come to me and talk to me because I can fix issues before your resentment builds. But if you get resentful at your job, then there's nothing I can do. You're going to hate it, and I can't help you. So we have to communicate. You have to say what's on your mind, and we can fix any problem if you communicate. I communicate with people. If I have a problem right off the bat, I'm like, this is a problem.
I should probably say that. I just sleep with them and then never call them. And that's why I'm single.
Well, I mean, that's fine too. You know, there's nothing to communicate at that point. What are you going to communicate? Like in the middle of it? I just want you to know I don't see me calling you after this.
No. That was not regardless of how I sounded during, that was not fun. And I will not be calling you back.
Aw. Does that happen a lot?
Not a lot. Recently, I don't really.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever been like right in the middle of it and just been like, you know what? This really isn't worth the effort to finish. Let's just call it quits and be done.
Dude,
or do you power through?
I try to power through, and no joke, there have been times where I fell asleep during.
Were you drunk?
No. Legit was not enjoying myself.
How long was this going on? How long does sex last for people?
Not that long. And it just wasn't enjoyable. And no offense, and I will never use names, but it just wasn't.
Okay.
It's like I might as well have just been in bed alone. And I just
I have to ask this question. And I'm not asking you names.
Sure.
I just want to know if I know who you're talking about.
No, you don't know. This was back during, and I use this term for me, not for anybody else, so don't get offended, but during my whore days. There were a couple. The only people allowed to refer to it as my whore days is me and my mother, who has used that term before with me. It's like, oh, don't be a whore, Jeremy. And I was like, I'm trying not to, Mama. I'm sorry. But yeah, there have been a few times I fell asleep during.
And not drunk, passed out. Just
bored.
We've been at this for 45 seconds.
Like,
and I'm terribly bored. I'm going to nod off for a second.
I will fake it if you just finish. I got to go to bed. I got to go home. I got a movie to watch. I got things to do. I got laundry to do. Just finish up. Come on.
It is so difficult to fake it as a
guy.
Man.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have perfected it though.
But there was one individual who was a very lovely individual.
Caitlin's
very-
throwing up the red lights. She's like,
She's
slow
like-
down, stop,
Caitlin's like, she's like, HR, please get HR in the
no
room.
more.
This is not part of your watermark duties. If you want to leave the room for a minute, you can. No, but there's somebody, and it was like this whole thing where like I was just tired of like hooking up. It's like
Yeah.
towards the end of this phase, and it's like I just don't want to do this, and it just wasn't like working for me. But it really is something he liked and enjoyed, and I wasn't gonna tell him no. And it was like a random like once every 3 to 4 weeks kind of a thing, and I just was like, I'm not into this, but I'm gonna find a way to fake
power
this
through, yeah.
to make you think that I did that. And so it's an art form.
Was he hot?
When if you're topping and you have to pretend that you know.
I can understand.
Anyway,
was he hot?
he was a good looking guy.
Because I find, and I'm maybe you're this way, what I will do or what I will pretend I'm into varies differently on your attractiveness. Like if you're super hot and you're like, I want to try this weird thing, I'm like, all right, we can try it.
I mean, if you're super hot, I hate to be so superficial, but if you're super
know.
hot, there's no faking needed.
True. No, but when I'm like, weird shit. Sometimes people are into weird shit. And like if a mid-range, like a 6 or 7 was
6,
like,
7.
hey, I want to try this. And I'd be like, you must be out of your fucking mind. But if like a 9 or a 10 is like, hey, I want to try this, I was like, okay.
If you're a 5, I will lay there.
You're lucky I'm letting you even be in this space right now.
That's funny.
Anyway, you're
I hope don't listen to this at dinner time, huh? Yeah,
you're 183s.
Hey, guess where we are? Can you guess?
Friends.
The 183rd episode of Friends.
I apologize for doing this every episode, but I'm so tired right now. Can you remind me what last year?
I know, and I look it up. I look up last week's just for you.
Thank you.
Last week's was the one where Joey had a date with Rachel.
Oh, okay. Then this is the
This
one.
is not a memorable one.
Is this the one that starts? You might even know this. Is this the one that starts off where Joey's talking to Monica and Chandler, and Rachel knocks the door? He doesn't want to talk to her yet, so he runs to the bathroom and he drops his bagel, and then they play it off like they're doing a tossing game.
No, it's
like
not
a
that.
ring
That
toss?
That one is when they actually go on a real date. Like the date they
Oh,
went on.
this was the fake
was a
date.
fake date. Yeah.
Okay. Is this the one where Joey wears the New York Fire Department t-shirt and he's eating cereal in the beginning?
Yeah, actually, that's one of the trivia things about it. Is because as Friends never mentions 9/11, but they had paid tribute. And he was wearing an NYFD shirt with
FDNY,
the guy's, with the guy's name who passed away.
Yeah. And he's eating the cereal because he's like, in his head, they're doing the voiceover. And he's like, you know what? This is a new day. And we're not going to obsess over Rachel because he's eating Cocoa Puffs. And he goes, as he would say, I'm cuckoo for Rachel, but I'm not going to do anything or something like that. And then she walks by and he's like, I love her.
It's called the one where Chandler takes a bath.
Oh, with the boat. What do you mean that's not memorable? That's where they all find out that Joey's in love with Rachel.
But they think because Joey's trying to talk to Chandler about it, and then Phoebe walks in, and
they think it's Phoebe.
So they think it's Phoebe, and then it's not. I feel bad for Phoebe.
I do. I love Phoebe. Phoebe is probably my favorite friend, and she gets kind of screwed over in this episode because, come on, Joey.
Right, like she really thought, like, oh, he likes me.
I know.
And then...
First of all, him being with Rachel, I know you don't agree with me, completely inappropriate. Secondly, I feel like Joey and Phoebe make a better couple anyway. I think they'd be cute together.
Yeah.
I know that I like Mike, and I know she ends up with Mike. Spoiler alert. But I would have loved if like Phoebe would have shown up in like the season 2 of Joey, the spinoff, and then they got together.
Another subplot of this was the veto for the names of the baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Vito started to sound like a good name. That's a Phoebe line. That's a Phoebe line.
So I want to point out a couple of things about this that I found interesting.
Yeah.
because I know our fan loves it when I go into detail about the Friends episode.
He's gonna know you're talking about him because he specifically told me,
and because he's listening, and I said
he's the
fan.
only one who listens. Yeah.
Did you know that this was the episode that Matthew Perry received his only Emmy nomination for this entire series?
Yes. I know that
That's
season
crazy.
8. Here's the crazy thing that I feel bad for her. So this was the season where Jennifer Aniston, Matt LeBlanc, and Matthew Perry, all 3 got Emmy nominations. David Schwimmer got an Emmy nomination in the first season. And Lisa Kudrow not only got a nomination in the 3rd season, but she won. She's the only friend, she was the first friend to win an Emmy. Courtney Cox is the only friend never to be nominated for an Emmy, and that breaks my heart for her.
Because she probably played that character really well. I think
I
people just
love her,
think
yeah.
that's her and
Yeah.
that she's not acting. And nobody likes her type, like the person she played, like
Yeah.
sort of this neurotic, like control freak thing. I just think people don't gravitate towards that kind of a person, but they're like, oh, they
Unless
love the
you
aloof,
are
funny
that kind
one.
of person. If
Right.
like me, I feel like I can be a Monica sometimes, and when you are a Monica, you gravitate and you feel sorry. Now, I don't feel too sorry for Courtney Cox because of all the Friends, she invested her friends' money into real estate, and she, I believe, is the richest of the 6. So I don't feel too bad for her because she's like loaded. But
I don't feel bad
I
for
think she
any
deserved-
of the Friends. Look, they got a built-in gang of 6
Yeah.
friends for the rest of their lives, plus tons of money, and
Yeah.
it's on every day,
Yeah.
and they have a piece of that.
I mean, I feel a little bad about Matthew Perry, but other than that, I don't, the rest of them are set. He had it rough, and then I don't know if the trial's over or not, but it may have been because of somebody else, but I don't want to get sued, so I don't know.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
I do feel bad I feel bad for him because of like people took advantage of him, and it's and he's not like he got addicted because of an injury, and it's just and
it wasn't
it's so
like he
tragic.
was,
I hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that there's any like, oh, somebody got hooked on drugs because they thought it would be fun. Like their lives are any less valuable than anyone else's, but it's just he believed his doctor, and he ended up dead because of it in the long run. And that's
anytime
just sad.
drugs is involved, it's
good.
just very sad. But he did a lot of good. He gave a lot of joy to the world. And I will forever be grateful for the 6.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people get the Friends shit, but
to all the boys and girls,
I love that show, and I will forever love that show.
He gave joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea.
Joy to you and me. Do you know? Fun fact.
Spoiler: it probably won't be.
No. That is when I'm drunk. That's my go-to karaoke song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's Jeremiah Was a Bullfrog, and growing up, everybody called me Jeremiah, even though that's not my name.
Oh. Do you know what mine is? What my drunk go-to song?
I bet it's an Air Supply song.
No, I never sang Air Supply.
Really?
No, because they're good, and I don't want to desecrate their memory.
You don't want to taint perfection.
Yeah, I mean, why would anybody else do it? That's why this Broadway musical I'm going to do.
Wait a minute, let me guess. Okay, is it a Broadway song?
No.
Okay, is it an
no? And let's just
song?
say I feel like I can't sing, so it's got to be something very easy to sing.
Oh,
so it's like it would be like Happy Birthday, but it's not Happy
Mr.
Birthday.
Cellophane from Chicago.
Oh no, that'd be a good one, but it's not a Broadway song.
That is such an easy. Like if you can't sing, that is the song you sing. It is so.
There's actually two of them, and I'm going to tell you who sings one of them because it cracks me up.
Okay, go ahead.
Conway Twitty.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not even kidding. At a gay bar, my drunk ass would get up and sing "It's Only Make Believe" by Conway Twitty.
You know what? That's fitting.
Yeah,
I approve.
That
keep
and
doing you.
Daydream Believer.
That's a good one.
Davy
Yeah,
Jones. Yeah,
any Monkey song is a good karaoke song.
Yeah.
Then I would
then I'd be drunk and tell everybody else what to sing. I did because I thought Davy Jones was hot.
I was obsessed with the monkeys when I was younger. It was
I saw Davy Jones in concert at
Did you?
Epcot, just randomly walking around Epcot. I had no idea he was there. Saw him like real shortly before he died.
Yeah, totally had a crush on him because it was on Nick at Night for a while, and I was like, "Who is
Marsha
this
Brady
Davy
was so
Jones?"
lucky.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, aside from the football hitting her in the face.
Yeah.
But,
But if I could be young and beautiful and thin and have sex with Davy Jones, I'd let someone hit me in the face with a football.
I would let Joe Namath throw a football at my face, full
Yeah.
force.
Yeah. Hit me in the face with your ball.
All right, here we go. While discussing possible names for the baby,
Yes.
we're moving on.
Yes.
While discussing possible names for the baby, Ross suggests the name Helen, which Rachel vetoes.
Mm-hmm.
But in the second episode of season 1, the one with the sonogram at the end, Susan suggests the name Helen for Ross and Carol's baby before finding out that the baby is a boy, who they'd later name Ben. Do you remember what Ross's reply was?
No.
Helen Geller? I don't think so.
So it's true. He just hated Susan.
Right?
He actually loved that name and held it for 8 seasons. Ross, I will forever be mad at you.
As we always say, Friends is not, it's not a show. It's like this podcast. It's not like we don't index this podcast. So eventually we're going to start reviewing the same shows.
Oh my God.
Know.
If somebody took all of the things we've watched and did our ratings by them, it's any given day. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
People are going to be like, you gave this one 3 grapes and that one 2 grapes. What are you, stupid? Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We are
Sometimes
stupid.
we are. Yeah.
We are. And
We
here's
don't
the
keep
thing.
a chart.
Listen, have you ever had a job where you like ask your boss a question one day and then you feel like you could ask him the same question a different day and you get a different answer? And you're always like, my boss doesn't know what he's doing because he's so inconsistent. And you know what? When you become the boss, absolutely. It's absolutely true.
Listen,
I know that I
you're
give different
saying
answers
this,
on different days.
As you're saying this, I don't mean to throw you under the bus, Caitlin, but the look on her eyes, she's like, you're talking about you, Rick. You're talking about yourself.
No, she's actually probably talking about Ryan. But it's
Ryan
true.
Too, yeah.
And I'll give him that. And until you're in that position and you have to make a decision, because facts change day to day and things change. And
Me
also,
too.
did I get
Caitlin.
Enough sleep last night is
Me
a
too.
really important question.
Oh no, Caitlin did the shrug. It's me too.
Oh, that was her face about you. Oh, that's
Apparently.
hilarious. I forget you used to be her boss.
Apparently. I'm sorry, Caitlin. No wonder I got fired.
It's like what? Oh, Jeremy's gonna say he didn't get fired; he quit, and then Caitlin and I are gonna look at each other and go, "Did he?" Maybe they just ended like all of my previous relationships. I never wanted to break up with anybody, so I just left. All I did was made it intolerable, and they left me.
I just left before you broke my heart.
All right, here we go. 183rd greatest director of all time. You're gonna get this.
Okay.
So
my cork, I shoved
this
cork in so deep I can't get it out.
Oh.
Anyway, finish what you were saying.
So for those watching the video, we could be silent while we watch Jeremy struggle to get more wine.
Finish what you were saying.
Did you do your upper body exercises?
I got it.
Hey! Where's
Caitlin,
the clap?
where's my applause?
Give him the clap. All right, so here we go. 183rd greatest director of all time. So I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you the movies, and all right, we'll just try it this way.
Okay.
I don't want you to get it right away, so I like
Okay.
for it to be a challenge, but I don't know if it can be.
I'll
Heaven
linger.
Can Wait. Here are the movies: Heaven Can Wait,
Mm-hmm.
Dick Tracy, Bullworth. I'm looking for the director.
The director.
Are you
Is
pretending?
this director?
Are
Yeah,
you
it's Warren Beatty.
I didn't know that he directed films. I just thought he was an
Yeah.
actor. But he had directed 7 movies, and these
Do
are.
you know? Here's
4 of
an
them.
interesting fact about Warren Beatty. He has won Oscar and is for directing.
For what? Dick Tracy?
Reds.
No.
Reds.
Oh.
He's
Reds
been
isn't what I
nominated-
thought it was about.
No.
What is Reds about? What is the movie about?
Communism.
I
The
figured that.
commies.
But there's a movie, there's a series, a couple of movies called Red, right? It stands
There
for...
later on, there's a Bruce Willis movie called Red, and there's a sequel called Red 2, which has got more Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren. I think who's that guy in all the Christopher Nolan movies?
Oh, yeah, him. That one.
Yeah, the older guy, the British guy, Alfred in his Batman movies.
Oh, never mind. I think you were talking about the other guy.
Why am I not? I'm drawing a blank on his name. I apologize to this guy who's a acting legend.
Well, if you're going to apologize to him, say his name.
I want to say his name's Christopher, but I don't think that's right. Who? Caitlin, instead of just looking at me, Google this. I'm drowning out here.
Caitlin's face just said, "You're not my boss anymore, bitch."
It's that guy. There he is, Michael Caine. Holy crap! How did I forget Michael Caine? Michael Caine.
When you said the British guy that's the butler, I immediately pictured the butler from Arthur, and that's who I thought you were talking about.
Oh, no. I think he won an Oscar for that. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99%. He won an Oscar for playing the butler in Arthur. Not
did a
Michael Caine,
wonderful
but the guy
job.
who played it.
I love those movies.
What were we talking about? Oh, Reds. Yes. So he won it. Do you know who won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in Reds? She's an iconic TV actress from the 70s. Or I'm thinking of the wrong person. I'm probably thinking of the wrong person.
I know. I was like Janet from Three's Company.
Maureen Stapleton. Isn't that the lady from?
What was she in?
Maybe I'm thinking. Isn't she the one from All in the Family?
Like I see Caitlin's fingers working before you yell at her to look it up. All in the Family?
Who played the wife in All in the Family? That wasn't Marlene Stapleton, was it?
All the way Glenn Miller played.
Songs that make the hit parade. Thank you for the impersonation. What's her name?
Guys like us, we had it made.
Those were the days. That wasn't Maureen Stapleton, was it?
It doesn't sound like
Jean Stapleton.
Yeah, Maureen is much too pretty a name.
Jean.
Look, this is going to be the longest podcast we've ever done. We're 47 minutes in, and we're still not through this. So, yeah,
is
word
she
baity.
related to Jean Stapleton? Are they sisters?
Do you know who her son is? Her son is Chris.
Chris Stapleton?
No, I'm making this up.
Oh.
All right, here we go. The 183rd greatest movie ever made. You're going to get this.
Okay.
I would give you facts about it, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's kind
Fight
of
Club.
It's kind of the first rule.
It's the Fight Club. It's
183rd greatest movie ever made.
Yeah,
David
all right.
Fincher's 1999
the
film.
Fight. I
Fight
keep saying
Club.
the Fight Club like the Facebook, but it's just Fight Club.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a
my
fan.
Okay, two things of the movie. Or
I
David
never
Fincher?
liked the movie.
Okay, I was okay. Like, I'm not one of those people who are obsessed with it, but it's like, oh, it's a decent. It had a nice twist ending. I really liked. I love twist endings. Two things about it crack me up. I love in that movie. First is Meatloaf's in it, and he has got a luscious pair of tits. He has such
Meatloaf.
big tits in it. And one of the things in the movies is he takes a medication or he had a procedure or something that gave him like giant man boobs, and he just has luscious tits in it. And I was
think that when you said luscious tits, it sent Caitlin into a fury, or like a frenzy, and she unmuted herself.
Do you, Maureen Stapleton is not related to Jean Stapleton, we're being told. But it's a common misconception. I'm
Are
just
either
your
of them
average
related?
American.
Are either of them related to Chris Stapleton? She can find that out, and you can move.
She'll
we
look.
can go on.
She doesn't know. Okay, so he has big boobs in the movie. Also, there was a thing they do in that movie that I contemplated doing for a short period of time.
Just punching
But
people.
no, two of the characters go to AA meetings just for the free coffee and donuts to hang out with people. And at a time, there were a couple of times in my life where I was like, I need to meet new people. I considered going to AA meetings just to meet people and get free coffee.
Having somebody who goes to a lot of those things, sometimes we could use a little fresh.
Oh, maybe I'll do
Well,
that then.
I mean, just don't go in and lie.
Well, I wouldn't lie. I tell them I drink a lot.
Don't get to you and then make up a whole story about like, oh.
Although that
Just
could
say-
feed into
just say,
me
I'm
becoming
here.
a new that could feed into me becoming a Broadway star. I'm working on my characters.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Hello, I came from Mother Russia, and I am here to talk about my alcoholism.
Well, yeah, you could do that because there's no way anyone's gonna believe you. Caitlin just popped in and said, "Do I have to cut this part?" She hates it when we do things that are questionable because
She hates my accent. She doesn't want me to succeed.
I don't know. I don't know in the scheme of accents if doing a Russian accent is socially
Accents are
acceptable or not.
fine.
Keep drinking your wine, Shelby.
Listen, Donald Trump is president. We can do whatever accents we want. That's the lady from Austin Powers, by the way. You can cut that or not. That's up to you. But that's just the Austin Powers lady.
All right. Let's try to move this along, and let's try to get to our weeks. Oh, there we go.
Oh, wrong.
That's the side
No,
effect.
too early. I thought that was for the movie.
That's Russian.
Is
through
that for the
week.
weeks?
There's
Oh.
two different ones. They sound the
Listen, I don't know the details. I'll just go along. Anyway, how was my week? I mean,
same. Jeremy's so tired and drunk that he doesn't even need
I'm
me to be
so
his +1
tired.
anymore for the podcast. He's like, "How was my week?" Well,
That
thanks
was-
for asking,
my
Jeremy.
week was good.
Let me tell
Thank
you.
you.
Go right ahead.
I am so tired right now. Okay, well, since we're talking about my week, we'll talk about why I'm so tired. Okay, so yesterday, I opened. So I went to work. I opened. I worked like 9:30. No, I'm sorry. Jesus. I closed. I closed last night. So I worked 1 to 9. And then after work, I had tickets. I had bought these a couple of weeks ago. So The Odyssey is one of the big movie things going on in cinemas right now. And when Christopher Nolan shot this movie, he shot it. It was the first movie shot completely with IMAX cameras. And he shot it with 70 millimeter film. So he's a film enthusiast. I know. I'm trying. I'm really trying.
You're like, he shot it. It sounded like you were singing that Muppet song. He shot it in.
That's like, it's been sold out. They started selling tickets for it a year ago. It's been sold out the whole 3-month run or however long they had it in there. And I found one ticket on a Monday night at 10 o'clock in the very front row. So I took it and I worked all day and I went to the movies and then I had to be up this morning to open. So I got up like at 7:30 in the morning and got ready and went to work. I am so sleep deprived and then decided not only am I eating limited calories because I'm trying to lose weight, so I had very limited calories today. I only had one meal. And then I decided to drink a bottle of wine at the start of this. So I am powering through. But it was all worth it because I will tell you, The Odyssey in IMAX is amazing. Like, I've seen this movie before. I went and watched it before. But in IMAX, it is just mind-blowing. The screen is huge. Even in the front row, you're about 20 feet back from the screen. So you can still see the whole picture. You're still kind of looking back and forth, but the picture is amazing. The sound, my seat was vibrating. We talked about this before I left for the day. But when I saw it the first time, the sound, it's Christopher Nolan's very much about the sound in his movies, gave me anxiety. So I popped a Xanax before I went into the movie because I was like, IMAX, it's going to push me into a full panic attack. So I popped a Xanax and I sat down and I had my little chicken nuggies and my waffle fries, and this couple sits down next to me and they're eating their popcorn, and the dude is super hot. I hope they listen to our podcast and he's into it, but he's super hot, and his girlfriend is all like friendly and like, oh my God, have you seen this movie? They're both talking to me, and I was like, yeah, I've seen it before, but you know, I have FOMO. I don't want to miss out on these big events, so I have to see it in IMAX 70 millimeter. And like, yeah, this is the first time I've seen it, blah, 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 blah. The movie starts and it is just phenomenal. Like the people.
Do you think when they tell this story that they talk about the FOMO Homo?
Oh my God, I hope so. I hope for their lives they refer to me as the FOMO Homo, because they must have known.
I
the
think
way
you could
I
have you can
the
have,
way
you
I
can have a
looked at
side
him.
podcast. You can have a side podcast called the FOMO Homo, and you just do things that everybody else
Done.
is doing because you don't want to miss out.
I think we just invented $1 million idea. I think
We
we're
should
gonna be
have
rich.
and now we need to but sadly your podcast will never take off because of your refusal to like and share anything that has to do with your podcast.
My God, social media is so stupid.
I know.
Why there's so much work. Anyway, I will. I promise.
It's
I
a lot
will.
of
I'll
work. It is.
Listen,
It's work.
I have been trying so hard to not be homeless for the last 3 months that has been my focus. But speaking of our weeks, I have been approved for an apartment, and the paperwork was sent yesterday, and it is finalized. Get ready with that button, Caitlin. I have an apartment. I move in September 1st. Yes.
And you don't have to go.
I don't have to go to
a.
stay in any kind of shelter. I don't have to pay any kind of rent. It's all covered. Thanks to Bob Barker and The Price is Right. No, it's everything set. September 1st, I move in. I don't have to like jump through any hoops or anything, because we had discussed that there were possible hoops I had. Like I might have to go back to a shelter to just kind of be for them to be able to check in on me. But everything worked out fine. I have an apartment. I am going to be a Brooklynite starting September 1st in Flatbush. That is the closest details I am going to give, at least in this podcast.
Limits.
By next podcast, I'm sure I'll be giving my full address. But now, all you're going to know is I'm living in Flatbush, and it is official. So I'm coming up, we're filming this Tuesday night. I have a 3-day stretch where I have days off. And prior to this, for the last 3 months, excuse me, I'm sorry.
He gets a little choked up about it's been
I'll-
a long
I'll-
road.
We'll pretend I'm getting choked up, but I'm actually burping. Every day feels like it's, I have to go meet with my social worker. I need to go look at this apartment. I need to go do this. So it's finally done. The paperwork's done, and I can relax. And so for the next 3 days, I don't have anywhere I have to be. So that's nice. That is a big relief. And then once I have the apartment, then I can start getting it all set up. It's going to be fantastic. And just so you know, and your husband knows how grateful I am, if something should happen when your lease is up here, you come stay with me. I'd take care of you.
Do you know what's so funny is we had that conversation like yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was funny because I was talking about your place, and I was like, it's surprisingly big.
The two
And-
rooms are huge.
Yeah,
They're
and I
like
was
two
like-
little studios.
I said that there's no designation like that. This is a bedroom and this is a living room. It's just
Yeah.
two big rooms with a big kitchen in the middle. And then as I said that, I went, oh, I wonder if like something happens and we lose this apartment, if he'll let us come stay with him.
Of course I
And then
would.
we thought, wouldn't it be hilarious if you were like, we was, girl, we was.
Could you imagine how much of a dick I would be? Like, listen, I appreciate it, but circumstances as they are now, I really can't afford to give that room up.
What if
It's
you were
my
like-
storage room, and I have all my stuff in it.
No, what if you're like,
Um,
I'm allergic to dogs and I can't.
No, of course you can.
That's funny.
But no, they are. The rooms are It's 2 rooms. It's the living. So it's like a hallway, and then everything has a door. So even the living, you go through a door and there's the living room. You go through a door, there's the kitchen. It's a big eating kitchen, a nice sized bathroom, and then 2 really good sized rooms. They're like little studios. And it has not, it is not lost on me that I could turn them into 2 little studios. And then, like, if you and Dylan need a place to stay, or, you guys want to come over to Brooklyn and hang out, and, I'm having a little dinner party and y'all want to stay the night, or Chris comes over, somebody could, that I could do like a little studio on one, and then have like a little studio for visitors who come over. I thought about setting it up that way.
Here's a little advice to you, though. If you do set it up
Yes.
that way, someone's going to come and stay.
Yes, I know.
I'm kidding. Well, when you think about it, and can be off by we discussed that, maybe say it if you wanted to take this with you. But anyway, we'll talk about it later. So that's awesome. I wanted to tell you real quick. I was on a call earlier today with somebody that I haven't talked to or seen in a long time, and when they saw my background, they were like, "Oh, are you in New York now?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How is it?" I was like, "It's great." And so I said, "Oh, the bed's this way. I said the bed's out, but I'll tell you why." And so it was Tati from Come Out with Pride. We were talking about the Come Out with Pride guy.
Oh, yes.
And I said, like 2 days after I moved here, I was talking to Jeremy, we were doing the podcast, and he drops this bomb that he's been living in a homeless shelter, and her face was like, seriously, her jaw was down for like the entire time I was talking. And I was like, your face right now was exactly my face. She said, I have so many questions. And I'm like,
listen,
did I.
And I know this is terrible. The response from people when they find out I was in a homeless shelter is total. What the hell happened to my light?
It's a night that the lights were down.
Oh, the damn plug fell out. Totally worth it. The response of people makes me laugh so much, because for me, and I mentioned this in the past podcast, I don't feel homeless. I feel like a privileged person cosplaying as homeless, because like, you guys have been very gracious. My family has been very gracious and helping me out. Even Chris, who abandoned me, he has been helping me out. So it's like I have a support system. So I don't feel homeless. Like, there are people, like, we're on the subway and people will find, like, I am homeless and I haven't eaten in 3 days. Can you give me some money? And I was like, now that's homeless.
Yeah.
And I've given money
the city's
to them.
giving you a place.
Yes,
for
the city
a year.
is hooking me up.
And so it's nice to recognize that
privilege there.
Yeah.
So I feel almost like I'm cosplaying. So when people are like, "Oh, I hear you're homeless," I feel guilty being like, "Sorta, yeah, kinda," because I'm not. There are people out there who are legit homeless and have no resources and have nowhere to go,
and you have a job, and they
I have
don't,
a job. And that's the other thing, is you automatically assume when somebody says they're homeless, they're like, oh, they don't have a job, they don't have a home, they don't have a car. It's like there's a fair amount of homeless people out there who have jobs they go to every day. Yeah. And it's just the living situation in a lot of places is you just can't afford to get a place, but you're working every day and you're saving up money and you still can't pull it. And it just, I feel almost like a fraud telling people I'm homeless because I'm not living like a lot of these people are.
It's moving that is a big problem.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of cost in it. So let's say your landlord decides to jack your rent up 30%, you can't afford it, then you can't pay first in security at somewhere else. You can't put all this money out. So you end up living, if you've got a car, you end up in there. There's a lot of people who have full-time, gainfully employed jobs that just end up in these circumstances, which is sort of like, I think, kind of how you ended up in the situation that you're in. It just, time came.
Yeah, it just, everything adds up.
The resources weren't there to move you into something right away, and you needed to, you need a little hand until you.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong at all.
It reminds me a lot during Katrina, when Katrina came through New Orleans, and people were like, I don't understand why these people stayed there. Do you know how much it is to pick up your life and move? It takes a small fortune, and some people can't afford it. And it's like, well, we'll see what happens after this hurricane, because I can't afford to go anywhere else. Yeah. But yes, everything is starting to line up and work out.
That's great.
And yes, there is always a place for you to stay if you and Dylan should fall on hard times as I did. Oh, okay. So last week, remember when I was talking about my watermark umbrella, how I
Yes.
had left it at the barbershop? So I went to the barbershop and I got it. So I walk into the barbershop and I was like, hey, I was here a few weeks ago and I got my hair cut and I left my umbrella. And all the barbers look at each other. They're like, was there an umbrella left here? Did you see an umbrella? I was like, yeah, that guy cut my hair and I left my umbrella there. He took it, he put it near his stand. And he's like, oh, yeah, purple umbrella. Yeah, I remember. And he looks at another guy and he goes, do you remember the purple umbrella? And the look on this guy's face, I know this is the guy who's been using my umbrella. Because he's like, yeah, purple umbrella. It's in that cupboard over there. And he goes over and he opens it. And it looks all disheveled like it's been used. I was like, yeah, that's my umbrella. And he's like, oh, here you go. I was like, oh, thank you. So I go out and I readjust the umbrella. The little tabs, some of them were off, so I reattached them and I fixed the straps. And I'm down in my old neighborhood. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go check out my old bodega. I'm going to get a breakfast burrito because they're the best breakfast burritos in town. And I'm going to say hi to the fellas. So I go there and I say hi. And the guy's like, hey, where have you been? I was like, hey, I moved. But hey, I was back in town or in this area. So I wanted to come say hi. Got my burrito, ate my burrito, bid farewell to the guys, walked out with my coffee, left my fucking umbrella at the bodega. I am again without my umbrella.
The saga continues.
It
So
does.
I have to tell you, last night I walked past that bodega, and
Did you go
Dylan
in?
and I had a conversation about going in and being like, "Hey, the burrito guy? I'm here to pick up his umbrella."
Listen,
But we opted
The
not
homeless
to
guy who lives with us, his umbrella is here. Yeah, I'm gonna go by. I'm off tomorrow. I'm gonna go by there tomorrow and see if it's there. But I was like, I got to do something. There's got to be a way for me to be able to remember when I have my fucking umbrella with me, like one of those little straps or something.
do it. I mean, it's not like it's a little umbrella.
No, it's giant.
It's giant.
It's huge.
It's like a golf umbrella.
Um,
And I can tell you that people in the streets of New York and Midtown hate this umbrella.
Oh yeah, because they're massive.
We're
Of
not in my
course,
week
yes.
yet, but we're talking about umbrellas, so I have to tell you the story. It was raining last night, and we
It
were on our
was.
way somewhere that I'll talk about. But we're first I have to mention this too. Somebody needs to do something about the bikes in the city because these
Mhm.
people are out of control, and there is a speed limit, and the bikes don't honor that speed limit, and they will run a person over. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, they don't
And
care.
it's like you need to obey the traffic laws. Just because you're on a bike doesn't mean that you're exonerated from the law.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'm sure those weren't the right words to string together. But anyway, I'm standing. So there's like a walk
They
path
sound
and then
right
a bike.
to me.
Then there's a bike path, and then there's like a little median that you can stand on before the cars. So I'm standing there, and I've got this umbrella, and it's not even the big one. It's like a medium-sized umbrella, and I'm sitting there like there, and all of a sudden I feel something close to me, and I look over, and there's this dude who just went under my umbrella and was
What?
getting out of the rain for a second, and I looked over, and he's like, "Sorry," and I was like, I mean, I should have said, that's fine, but I was just shocked by it all, and I was like,
Again, this goes back to what we talked about earlier. Was he hot?
he wasn't bad looking.
Okay, then
And he was
can
like
get
in a
under your
suit.
umbrella.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I was with my husband.
That's fine.
I was like,
If-
get away. I'm with
For
my
those who are
husband.
listening, if I have my giant umbrella and you're hot and you step under my umbrella, you can stay. If you're not hot, get the fuck out. Anyway, so me and your husband, we spent a day together. So you were working.
Yeah.
This was last week. And then Dylan was like, he was off that day and I was off that day. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, I have no plans today. So we decided to go thrifting. We checked out some thrift stores. And there
I'm so glad that you went thrifting with him because I got to tell you, ain't no amount of money in the world. I'll
You
do
don't
a
like
lot of things for
thrifting?
money. No, I don't like.
I
you-
love thrifting. It is so fun.
No, it smells.
Well,
Thrifting
the bad
smells.
ones. We went to some like high-end thrift stores. Like there was shit there that was like thousands of dollars. But there's one City Opera here in New York City. They have a thrift store that helps raise money for the opera here in Orlando. Or Ooh, no, New York City.
Ah,
I'm in a different
he's
city.
so tired and drunk.
I am so tired.
He
Anyway,
moved back to Orlando.
they had so much cool shit. Like when the money starts getting good again with the commissions, I'm gonna go here and buy a bunch of stuff. But they had so much cool shit, like this, like weird, random, ancient shit, like little, like ancient little druid things, and like paintings for the wall, and just all sorts of random shit. A kitchen stuff, dishes. There was this massive chandelier that was like, I don't know, $1,500 or some shit, but it was like, it would look amazing in my living room of my new apartment. Like it was just a massive. Could you imagine a massive
All right,
chandelier when you walk in?
calm down. Calm down, Joey Tribbiani. If
It
I come
looks
to your
so-
apartment and you got this big
Absolutely.
fucking dog, I'm gonna be like, dude, calm
Absolutely,
down.
you could do a Joey Tribbiani apartment from here. But the one thing that I'm going to go back for, I didn't get then because I was like, I need to be money conscious. For $30, it is a picture, had a nice frame on it, and it's a picture of two toy soldiers, and they got their backs to you, and it has a little poem written on it, and it's about how. Like little military things. It's like, I blah 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 blah. I don't remember the exact words, but it ends with a
And then there was only
masturbation
one
joke.
set. And then it's like, then there was only one set of footprints. Is that the poem?
Kind of, but it's about masturbation. So it's about how you're jerking the little general, because it goes through all the different like ranks for the toy soldier.
Is it really?
Yes. And it's two little toy soldiers with their backs turned, with their hands down like around their crotch. And it was only $30. And I was like, oh my God, I should buy this. And the little voice in my head was, you're still homeless and poor. Don't buy this. So I put it back, and I told Dylan, I was like, as soon as I get the okay that I have the apartment, I'm going to come back and get this.
Isn't like the first rule of thrifting, like buy it because it's a thrift store?
I know,
It's
but
gonna be gone.
I'm so poor. I get paid on a Thursday, so and this check I'll have a little extra money, so I'm gonna go, and it's only $30. But I was like, how perfect? Dylan was like this too. How perfect would that be to hang that in the bathroom? It was so cute, and it was about jerking off.
What is it you want people to do in your bathroom?
Hey, I want them to feel at home there. When I have a home, I want people to feel like they can be comfortable there. And if you want to jerk off in my bathroom, well, gosh darn it, go on right ahead. Jerk off in my bathroom. Just clean up after yourself.
Oh God.
What else did I do this week? Oh, the only other thing I did this week was with you. We went and saw Spider-Man.
We sure did.
I saw it for the third time. You saw it for the first time.
Oh, you had seen it twice already? Oh, because
Yeah.
you went. No.
Because I went on the Thursday preview, and I liked it so much, I went and saw it again, and then I
Oh.
saw it with you. But it's
Well, I
a good
appreciate
movie.
you
So
going.
absolutely worth seeing multiple times.
It is a good movie.
It is. Do you want to talk about your week, and then we'll get into Spider-Man with that, because you did that too.
Yeah.
Good
Sure.
movie.
I don't know if anybody cares about a house update, but I'll give you a house update. I'm in the process of yelling at Lowe's. It's what an interesting thing, it's such an interesting process. And if you're thinking about remodeling something or doing something, just don't take the money and go on vacation and enjoy your life, because there's no point in doing this. It's just communication is just all over the place, and you can ask questions that don't get answered, and things get delayed, and that's okay. But it's okay. So the latest thing, the snafu, is I was told to buy a bathroom light. And I was like, anything specific I need to know about the bathroom light? Because some bathroom lights, like in my old place in St. Pete, it's a ceiling light. In some places, they're vanity lights. And I was like, anything I need to know about the size or location or anything like that I need to know. Anything will work. Fine. So I buy a ceiling light. And then I texted and said, I bought a ceiling light. Here's the pickup order number. And he graciously sent the electrician out to pick it up. Now, when the electrician went to pick it up, he didn't look at it and say, oh, this isn't right, anything like that. Nothing. No information all day, all night about anything, until this morning I get a video sent to me of the electrician saying, here's what your client bought. It's not right. Here's where it goes. Because I needed a vanity light and I bought a ceiling light. And I'm just like, well, nobody told me. So I ordered it. And now I'm fighting with Lowe's about why it's been 6 hours now and it's not yet ready for pickup. So, but we're figuring it out. And it's so close to being done. So it's great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. It's
This
all
whole
good stuff.
This whole process of listening to you go through this has taught me that I never want to own property. Like I will rent till I die because I can't.
I've yet
I
to
would have
see
lost
the
my mind by
beneficial
now.
Well, I mean, I won't say that I've yet to see the beneficial side of it. Dylan and I bought a house in St. Pete, and because of buying that house and then selling it, we were able to remodel Jen's house and move him up to New York with enough funds until he can get up and running in his business, and or the holidays come and he starts making good money at where he is. So so we're able to do that because we bought that house. But like as far as like Jen buying a house and like living there for the long haul, I mean, I don't know what the benefit of that is. I guess not having to pay rent. This is a pretty good one. But there's just shit happens all the time. You're fixing shit all the time.
Yeah.
ACs break every other day.
You own it and it's yours and that's great. But the fact that you can call somebody and be like, hey, I rent this and this is broke, so you need to fix it. There's some joy to that. There's
and then eventually it's going to be like, hey, you need to spend $12,000 on a new roof.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. So, it costs money. Yeah, you can make money, but it definitely costs money to maintain them. But anyway, that's that. Friday we went to see Spider-Man, and I really liked it. Like, a lot
it's really
more
good.
than I thought I would. And it's like I jokingly always say, aside from the superhero crap, it was a really good movie because it really is. The storyline with him and MJ and Ned, is that his name?
Mm-hmm. Ned,
fantastic. And like that whole, is this a spoiler? I don't want to give shit away.
The thing with the Punisher, that's not a spoiler because he's in the trailer. But the thing at
the end. The thing at the end.
With the Sadie Sink character?
No, the handshake. That's all I was gonna say. The handshake at the end got to me. Yeah, it got to me a little because it was like, I feel like I thought that the whole thing about him having to forget everybody to protect them was really fucking annoying. And so to see that there was like this,
they're starting to
after
remember
all of that, was really cool. So I thought that was really good.
It's been out for 2 weeks, so I think if you haven't seen it, then you don't really give a shit about spoilers. But there's the whole well, I'll just say it. When Jean does the whole thing and everybody's entrapped in that, there's a couple of hints at it that unlocks the memories for MJ and Ned. And that they need it. Like she starts crying and like they just need a trigger. So Peter telling MJ with the letter, that was her trigger that enabled her to make that leap into the memories, and that the handshake triggered Ned and be like, oh wait, I remember now.
What do you think about this idea that Jean likes Peter now, and went inside their minds and unlocked a little bit? Because
I think absolutely
she said, I'm gonna do you this favor because you helped me.
Yes, I believe 100% that's what it was. She went in and unlocked the memories as a thank you to Peter for helping her. Yeah,
that was
absolutely 100%.
Okay, so then Saturday. So we saw that movie late Friday, and then Saturday morning, like savages, we went to a 9 a.m. movie.
Oh my God, yes. I totally forgot about that.
Like idiots.
Okay, so, and I mentioned this to you and Dylan. One of the things I fucking love about living in New York, and I would get the same feeling, I'm sure, if I lived in LA, is there are certain movies that are only released in New York and LA for the first week or the first couple of weeks. So this movie we saw was only released in 5 theaters, 2 of them in New York, 3 of them in LA. And we got a chance to see it because we live in New York. So that's one of the things that I just really fucking love about this city is it's the focus for a lot of entertainment. So
it's cool.
When we talk about the movie, It'll come out in a week or
Yeah.
two for everybody else, and you guys will be able to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we get to see this stuff early.
It's
in
like
New York.
Pillion when we covered Pillion.
Yeah, we saw that
Dylan
a
and
month
I-
before everybody else did.
Yeah, Dylan and I flew up to New York to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, we flew up to New York because I wanted to.
You flew up
yeah,
to
but
New York
we
to
used-
see me.
But we
Just
used that
to
as
see
an
me.
excuse. It's exactly what we did.
Aw, that's sweet.
I flew up to New York to sit next to you in a theater so I could listen to your
Aw.
TikTok videos.
Thank you.
Um,
Listen, I have headphones. I didn't know.
know.
I didn't realize how loud they were, but I will fix it. I have
just
fixed
kidding.
it.
Yeah, you have. It's great.
I have. Yeah.
So then we did this, and this is why I love being here.
Yes.
This kind of a thing is why I love being here. So yesterday, last night, Dylan and I went to Broadway by the Boardwalk. We were
yes.
worried, like we got off the subway and it was raining, and I was worried that it was going to get canceled. But we went there. We had our little meats and cheeses and our blanket, and we put it down on the wet grass and sat under a tree with our umbrellas up, and we're like, fuck it, we bought this stuff, we're gonna
Do
eat
it.
So we just, in the rain, we're having our little picnic and waiting to see what's gonna happen. And it's supposed to start at 6:30, but about 7 o'clock it started to clear up. So then they started to unpack things and get it all set up. So I want to give a shout out to, I really like this thing that they do with this, where they bring understudies up to sing.
I love that
they
they do that.
Yeah, they didn't do it before, they did it now. So I always like to mention them. Christopher James Tamayo is the understudy for Maybe Happy Endings. I think he understudies both the male roles in that, and he came out and sang a couple songs, and he was great. But because last week was supposed to be J. Harrison Gee, and that got rained out, they invited Kent Overshone, who was supposed to sing before his performance. They brought him out to sing a song. He only got to do one, but he is the understudy for Cole House Walker Jr. in Ragtime, and he sang "Make Them Hear You." And
I love that song.
Was phenomenal.
Love that song.
So I know you hate social media, but I have a 2-minute video of him singing that song, and I sent it to Caitlin.
I will watch
She's
it.
gonna post it on our site, which
I
is
have
really
what-
great.
I have a playlist on my YouTube Music called Subway Broadway Songs, and it's a playlist that I listen to when I'm on the subway going back and forth between work, and Let Them Hear You is on that, and I love that song.
Such a good song, and yeah, I love it. So, but the main attraction was Mandy Gonzalez. She's sort of a Broadway diva. You may not know her by name or even see anything she did. She did a lot of big hits as replacements for people who originated roles. So she was Amneris in Aida. She was Elphaba in Wicked. She was Angelica Schuyler in Hamilton. And she was in Sunset Boulevard recently, this recent run of it, but she was the one who did it when Nicole wasn't there. I don't think she was necessarily an understudy. She was like starring in it in select performances, sort of thing. But she did originate the role of Nina in The Heights, and she sang a song from
that's
that.
where we're at right now. Listen,
That's why
I work
I
with a bunch
pointed
of
out.
kids, so I'm going to do this. It's not for me, it's for them. But when they hear something like that, they go, oh, yes. And they do this thing at work. I don't know what this means. They click their thumb and their index finger, but they do that at work all the time.
Is that like I'm crushing your head?
So when you said that, I was like, yes, I love that.
That's a Kids in the Hall reference. There'll be
is
another
it?
one later. Crushing
right.
your head? Yeah. So anyway, she is phenomenal. She's so incredible. And Dylan and I were shocked at how incredibly talented she was. We had no idea. And that's why I'm sitting around, I'm looking at these people. It was a limited amount of crowd because of the rain. And I'm just sitting around thinking like how crazy it is that I'm here and able to see this for free. And it's like this incredible Broadway concert that's so amazing. And I'm so lucky to be sitting here and seeing this person that I had no idea who she was. And it's so incredible. I really can't say enough about it. So I took a video of her as well singing the song when Norma Desmond goes back to the studio. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, WAP. So I took a video of her singing WAP, and Caitlin has that as well. So watch that as well. She's so good. Actually, the reason I took a video of her and wanted Caitlin to post it was to troll Kirk, who loves Nicole Scherzinger.
Oh yeah.
And I want to post it, and I want to make a comment like the real Norma Desmond, and to just
there
troll
are
him about that.
moments, and I'm sure you and Dylan have these too. Moments like you reach these points in New York, and like you're just in the daily schlag of it, and you're like, why did I fucking move here? This is a pain in the ass. I'm waiting for a train. It's hot as balls. There's like 400 people on this train. And then just a little, what I like to call New York moments happen. Like moments that would only happen to you in New York. And you're like, that's why I fucking moved here. It's stuff like that. Like you hear somebody sing or you see somebody famous on the street. And it's just like, it's moments like that. You're like, that's why I moved to New York.
Yeah, and it's unexpected. You know, I'll say this Boardwalk and by the Broadway by the Boardwalk. When we came up to see Anthony Rapp and Adam Pascal, that's pretty much what it solidified to me. I was like, we are definitely. I mean, we were like, we want to Dylan wants to move here and we want to make this happen. But this is going to happen because by next year, I want to be able to come to every one of these. Excuse me. But anyway, it was so good. She was also in a show, a show that did not do well. Did you even know this existed? That there's a show called Dance of the Vampire that she starred in opposite Michael Crawford, who was the original Phantom of the Opera.
What?
And I don't know if it's a jukebox musical or not, but she sang Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart because I guess that was a song from that show. And I want to tell you what, if you want to find out in a crowd of people who the gays are, sing Total Eclipse of the Heart and they will come out.
Good song. It's a good song.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Speaking really, just to piggyback on that, remember a couple of years ago or 2 years ago when I was in Orlando and we got invited to, you were out of town, so you couldn't go. But they were doing a preview of Brooklyn's Bridge, and it was the musical about. It was like a workshop about the building of the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a musical about that.
That's on TDF right now.
Yes, it's here. It made its way to New York.
Is it really good?
It's okay.
Okay, never mind. Because I was saying if it was, I'd get tickets on TDF and we should go. But
I saw a preview for it, an advertisement saying it's made its way to New York, and I was like, I saw the workshop of that in Orlando, and I just, you're making it. Good for you.
Good for them. I give another shout out.
It's a decent show. It's a decent show.
Yeah. I give another shout out to the Amish market because I took Dylan there. He'd never been, and we got this like double chocolate cake thing, but we got a cannoli. The cannoli was delicious. I don't know how to describe it, but it kind of tasted like Christmas. I don't know what that
makes
means,
sense,
but it was delicious.
I don't know what you mean by that, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
I love that place.
So that's what I was telling you about earlier before we started recording this. And I know we don't have a lot of time, but I just wanted to say this is a segment that I want to bring to every podcast where it's called like, what would you do New York edition?
Okay.
So it's like there's a situation that happened and I reacted to that situation in a way, but what would you do? You've been here for a year.
Sure.
So we're walking the dogs and it's late at night. It's like 10:30, and this guy walks up and he's like, hey, we're right at the corner. I'm not going to tell you which corner, but we're right at the corner. Okay. And this guy walks up and he's like, hey, look, I owe this cab driver $25 and I don't want to get in trouble. ... What would you do?
I would say, sorry, buddy, I'm homeless and I don't have any money.
Well, yeah, you do have that card to play. I just said, it looked to me like all of this went through my mind. It looked like he had his phone out to show me like his Cash App and see if I would Cash App him money or something.
Oh, Jesus.
But I just said, I don't have any cash, and I walked off. And then I thought, like, I don't know. Sometimes, because it is a real situation. Like the cops could have been like, or the cab driver could have been like, I'm going to call the cops if you don't give me $25, and may have been waiting there. And like, who knows, and you don't want to get the police involved because something really stupid, like not having enough money for the cab, could get you deported in the long run, and so
Yeah.
it's just sort of like, should I have said something? Should I have helped? But I will say this, I walked halfway down that street and then I looked all around and there was not an Uber or a Lyft or a cab to be found. So I think I did the right thing.
Yeah. Also, I will say, the weak don't survive in New York. So get
Dylan
out there.
told me this thing the other day.
Get
that I
out there
think
and
it's
make your money.
I'm glad somebody told him this. Somebody he works with, I think, told him this. And they said, as in New York, you live your life like you paid to be here, right? So
Yeah.
you don't have to, make way down the aisle for somebody to walk. You don't have to do this or that. You paid to be here. You paid the rent. You paid this. You paid to be here, and you deserve to be where you are. And I thought it was an interesting point. It's like, it's not mean like you have to be rude, but it's just like,
Yeah.
like, no, like I'm next in line, and you don't get to get in front of me because I paid to be here too. And I like that philosophy.
I do too, and it's something similar. Somebody I work with who gave me something similar to that, because I have a manager.
What if it was the same person?
Do you know the lady I work with at Uggs?
I don't know. It's Dylan's story.
Oh, I'm gonna find out. It might be the same lady, but there's a person at Uggs who I work with who was like, "Oh, you're not a New Yorker until you've been here." I forget what she said, like 5 years, 10 years, something like that. And the sales associate I was working with, she kind of rolled her eyes at that. And she says, no, you're a New Yorker when you've given back to New York, whether that be, you have an apartment and you're paying rent, or you have a job and you're giving a service to New York. Once you've given to New York, you're a New Yorker. She goes, whether it takes you a year or 2 minutes, once you've given back to the city, then you're a New Yorker. And I was like, I like that philosophy, because this whole thing, oh, you're not a real New Yorker till you've been here 10 years or till you've done this whole checklist of bullshit things. It's you're a New Yorker if you feel like you're a New Yorker. That's how I feel. Now, again, I'm a transplant, so what the fuck do I know?
Yeah.
But
I will say, he doesn't know anything. He's not a New Yorker.
Yeah. I will say that I feel like you're a New Yorker when you won't put up with shit. So when we went and saw Spider-Man, like the row in front of us, there was this bitch on her phone, and the Nicole Kidman, the high praise of Nicole Kidman, the Holy Days of movies was on the screen, Nicole Kidman, and she's like, sometimes heartbreak feels good in a scene like this. And then it says, please silence your cell phone, no posting, no texting, no nothing. And then the lights go down and she's on her phone. And I was not having it because Rick had not seen Spider-Man yet. And I was like, he cannot have Spider-Man fucked up for him. I was like, turn your phone off. And like 3 rows behind us, some lady goes, thank you. And I was like, I got support. I'm not afraid. And in that moment, I'm not even going to lie, I felt like a New Yorker. Because not only did I tell that bitch to turn her fucking phone off, but I had the backing of what sounded like an authentic New Yorker. And she's like, thank you. And I'm like, you're welcome, baby. You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely...
That makes you a New Yorker.
It scared me a little.
She pulled her fucking phone out as soon as the commercial said, turn your phone off.
Said, turn your phone off, she pulls it out. And you were like, put the phone away. Like,
yeah.
It's funny. You did the this is how I answer the phone voice. This is my military voice. You were like, put the phone down.
I know that's your favorite voice of mine.
Yeah. That is the best accent that you do.
Thank you. I just didn't want the movie to be ruined for you.
No, I appreciate that. And it would have. I would have stared at that phone. I wish that I had this I know it's illegal, right? Because if you could do this, you could bring planes down. Why would you do this? But I want a little laser pointer that destroys electronic devices. So
I think you should be able to have
somebody's
one.
on their phone, I should be able to zap their phone and destroy it.
I absolutely will support any legislation that gives you that.
Yeah, and if I had that though, I must say, I'm sorry, Jen, your phone would be destroyed.
You always find out who the supervillains are. You always find out who the supervillains are by, if I had this technology, I would tear down humanity. It's like, you're the bad guy.
No, I wouldn't tear down humanity. I would just, if your phone was out in a show, I would zap it.
I'm okay with that.
Maybe if it's just for 2 hours. You know,
Yeah.
like my philosophy is that there's nothing happening right. There's nothing going on in the world. It doesn't matter if somebody is like wanting to know what you want for late night dinner or nothing that's being said. Even
she
if
was
somebody's on their
Instagram.
deathbed.
We could see her. She was on Instagram. There's nothing on Instagram that you need to look at in that moment.
No, there's not. And even if somebody is on their deathbed, because I said this to Jen once, I was like, even if like somebody were to text me to say my mom is dying in the hospital, like there's nothing that I'm going to do in the next hour and a half that's going to change that situation.
No.
I will look at my phone when the movie's over and I will go and take care of what I need to take care of.
Yeah, I will act
everybody
accordingly.
paid to be there.
Thank you.
It's not anyway.
Thank you.
Anyway, we could go on about this forever.
I mean, technically, we didn't pay to be there because we had already seen a movie earlier in the week, so that was a free movie for us, but it doesn't matter.
We pay the subscription.
That's true. But one ticket, FYI, anybody listening from New York, one ticket at AMC in New York City is $28. 1 month of A-List is $29.99. Do the fucking math. What are you doing out there?
Right.
What are you buying one ticket at a time for?
What do you
What's
got
wrong
money to
with you?
burn? You got a hole in your pocket?
What are you, a tourist?
So here we go.
What are you, in town from Kombucha? That's a town in Nebraska. The tickets are like
a drink.
It's also a drink, but it's also a town in Nebraska where movie tickets are like $9. Anyway,
all right. So here we go. 9 a.m.
Yes.
We get up in
yes.
the morning to go see a movie at 9 a.m. And it's because it's so weird, like that they have 9 a.m. movies, but it's the only movie we could get to where we could get a decent seat.
Okay, and I didn't realize why. And here's why. And another reason why I fucking love this city, when I talked about earlier, where there's movies that only play in New York and LA. So this movie we watch is only in 5 screens this week, and 2 in New York, 3 in LA. One of them is the Lincoln Square where we went and saw it. So that's why it was sold out. So we went and saw it at 9 a.m. on a Saturday?
Saturday,
we went and saw it? Saturday, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't do much. I saw the trailer. I saw the teaser trailer of this movie. And it looked like a slasher film, is a horror film. It kind of looked like it might have had some gay undertones. And then you were researching it and you're like, oh yeah, this is totally a gay movie. So we're like, okay, we'll go see it on 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. And then about 5 minutes into the movie, I realized this movie is made by someone who made a movie that we had reviewed or we had watched like a year ago. Was it a year ago? Something like a year ago. So the movie is called, and by the way, when I researched this movie, I thought Google was going to alert the police because the first phrase on this movie, it kind of looked
I want to tell you this real fast. Yeah. If I had the revelation before the movie that you had at the beginning of it, I would not have gone to see it.
Yeah.
No. I didn't enjoy the movie that we watched and reviewed by this person, and so I wouldn't have gone to this.
No.
I will say that this
is
better than that
you,
movie.
But yeah, I think I liked that movie more than you, but I did not love the movie. So the movie is called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. So as I'm typing into Google, I type teenage sex, and then this like red exclamation point appear. You know how Google predicts what it will set, what you're going to type in. So I type in teenage sex, and on the very far right, a red exclamation point appears, as if to say, "Careful."
Listen,
be very careful what you type next.
If you say teenage sex one more time, I feel like Chris Hansen's going to knock my door down.
So the movie.
By the way, have you seen the trailer for the Chris Hansen movie?
Oh my god, it looks so good! I
cannot wait.
Oh my god, I love Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, and Tom Holland all have like combined have like 30 movies coming out this year.
Oh well, throw in what's her name? She was in Odyssey as well. And
Anne Hathaway.
Prada.
Oh yeah, Anne Hathaway also has a shit ton of. The 4 of them are basically saving the box office this year. They're in everything. But Robert Pattinson is playing Chris Hansen in a To Catch a Predator movie, and it looks so good. I cannot wait for that movie.
It looks really good. Okay, so
I
back
love.
to this one.
Oh, so
Yeah,
it's called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
Miasma, like is in
Miasma.
miasma.
Miasma. So 5 minutes into this movie, I was like, the style of the movie looks very familiar. And I was like, where have I seen this kind of style before? And it clicked. Last year, we reviewed a movie called I Saw the TV Glow with Justin Smith about basically a show that's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and how it impacted somebody's life. And it's the same style in the beginning. Yeah. And I was like, this has to be the same director and writer because this has the same vibe. And if it is, this is going to be a long fucking morning because I get where she's going with these movies that she makes, but they're very artsy movies. And it's like, oh my God, I'm a film student. So if you don't get these, then you're stupid. And that's how I feel when I watch these. Like you're trying to say, look how cool and artsy I am. And it's not, you're not cool and artsy. Yeah. It's just weird and confusing.
I found a review of it that is, it just says it says exactly what I think. So I'll read it in a second, but I want to start with Rotten Tomatoes. What do you think Rotten Tomatoes was?
I don't,
and it's weird because it's on 5 screens, but it has over 50
well, I will
reviews
say
in
this
both
was,
sides.
Yeah, because this was in a lot of film
festivals.
Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm so tired. It's been in a lot of film festivals. So critic-wise, it's been reviewed by a lot of critics. Audience-wise, okay, I'm pretty sure there's some flubbing on the numbers there. But I will say the critics loved that fucking I Saw the TV Glow movie. It was like a 95 or something with the critics. So I'm going to say this is 96. Audiences, I don't know. I'm going to say 85. I think it's worse than 85, but maybe the
what do you,
the
if
film
you think it's worse than 85, what do you think it is? If you were the one to give it,
I'd give it like a 74.
So it's 98 critics.
Fuck that.
And it's 67 audience.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Those numbers sound about right.
So here's what we got here. And I know we don't want to give any spoilers because it's not out in a while.
Yeah, because it's not. A lot of people can't see it till this weekend. Yeah.
So this is what this guy says. I mean, I get what it's about. Sex, shame, being gay, queer. I'm a gay guy who was raised on porn and horror in the 70s and 80s. I get it. I like the themes. It's a fascinating idea. And at the same time, it's, well, boring.
Yeah,
it's oddly very self-involved, long shots. And then it goes into absurd surreal land. And I was like, what is the plot? And I know I know that's the point, but not for me. I'm not the person for this kind of execution. I'm sure some people love it. It's very experimental. What's the story? Yeah, no idea. I know what it's about, but the story, no real idea.
Yeah.
I can tell you what happens, and I know what happens, but I don't know what it's about.
Yeah. I want you to send me that guy's name because I feel like he and I could be friends.
Right?
If he lives in New York, I'm going to seek him out and we're going to hang out because that's exactly how I feel. I watched the movie. The best thing about this movie is it stars Hannah Einberger from Hacks.
Yeah.
And the goddess herself, Gillian Anderson from Sex Education and X-Files. I fucking love her. Little tidbit, I told you this while we were leaving the theater, but Gillian Anderson is half American, half British.
Yes.
So when she's in America, she speaks with an American accent. When she's in England, she speaks with an English accent. And I implore everyone listening to this to Google Gillian Anderson at the Emmys and listen to her talk at the Emmys, and Gillian Anderson at the BAFTAs and listen to her talk at the BAFTAs. It is wild.
I feel like, Jeremy, if that is what you would do.
I totally
in
would.
whatever country you go to, you're gonna do that accent.
If I
Did you
had
just
been
see
born
that? My pen
to
just
it,
exploded.
if I had been born to an American father and a British mother, I would totally do that. So I don't like poo-poo her for doing that.
Yeah.
I would totally do it. And I adore Gillian Anderson. Everything she's
I-
in, I love her in.
I have to tell you, I've never experienced that with Gillian Anderson before, but I want to tell you that in this show, she is a diva. She plays that role
oh my
really
God.
well. I feel like if she could sing, she's the ideal Norma Desmond.
This movie is part Sunset Boulevard, part
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
and she does a weird Dolly Parton accent, but it's so fitting, and I love her in it. It's just she's fabulous. She's the best part of the movie.
She's brilliant. She's nuts, and she's brilliant in this. But so is Hannah. She's great.
Yeah.
And this. So here's my thing about this movie. It's got a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people in it. Who are some of the names that I wrote down? Why do I always lose the last page, the most important page, and I always lose it? I'll find it at some point. But because it's got a guy from Kids in the Hall.
Yes,
which
it
is
had
really- I forget his name. It's something McDonald, I think.
Kevin McDonald.
Oh well.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin McDonald, and he's good in it. It's what's her name? Sarah Sherman. Is that
Sherman?
her?
Yep, from SNL.
She's in it, and it's quirky and it's fun, and the acting in it is great.
Yes,
It's
I will
just
say
a very
the
experimental,
actors.
kooky show.
Yeah, the actors save this movie. So nothing against the cast of I Saw the TV Glow, because I love Justice Smith. I think he's fantastic. I'm strangely attracted to him. And if I was walking down the streets of New York and he saw me and he said, "You know what? I like you. I love you. Go on a date with me."
This
I
guy
would do
from the
whatever.
Glow Show. The guy from the
Yes.
Glow Show.
Yeah.
He's gonna be in Heated Rivalry season 2.
Yes, he is. And I
That must be
adore
very
him.
exciting for you.
I am so excited. I love him. But that movie was very weird and trippy to me, and I'm not sure I understood the whole thing. Like I said earlier in this, I think I liked the movie more than you did, but it was still very weird. This movie is even more weird and abstract, but the performances, particularly from Gillian Anderson and Haddon Eidenberg, are just phenomenal. But this movie is worth watching just for them alone. Hannah, by the way, I don't know if she intended anybody to notice this or say this, but great tits. She has her breasts out in this movie, which is kind of on par for a slasher film.
She's a very beautiful
Gorgeous.
woman. She's
Those
a beautiful woman.
I
was surprised.
Beautiful breasts.
Beautiful.
Amazing breasts. Like I almost thought I might be straight when I saw her because she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
call
so
me,
that's your
Hannah,
thing.
if
That's
you're
it.
listening to this. And then Julia, both of their performances is what saves this movie. Like
I
would
think
see
the
this
only
movie
way that
again
you
for
get her to call you is if you tell her that you too have beautiful, beautiful breasts.
I do. I too have beautiful breasts, Hannah.
So the gist of this thing is like it's kind of it's a comic horror
Yeah,
thing. It's
kind
sort
of a comical horror.
It's paying
meta.
tribute to, but making fun of the
Yeah.
Friday the 13th series and how many of them were made. But it gets quirky towards the end. But it's like, so that's the gist of it. It's sort of this comic thing where like there's a movie within the movie.
Yeah.
And in that movie, like when they cut somebody's head off, it's like a fire hydrant of blood coming out of them. And it's kind of funny.
Very over the top. This
Also,
movie
the
does,
movie within the movie, I'd watch
Oh,
it.
yes. Okay, so the whole premise is Hannah is a director who's rebooting this series from the 80s, which Gillian Anderson starred in. And she goes and she's talking to her about how she's rebooting it. And it's kind of Friday the 13th, but it's also Sleepaway Camp. If you're familiar with that film from the 80s, it's very transphobic. The ending is extremely transphobic. And this kind of addresses that transphobia of the 80s and bringing it into a reboot of the current times. And it kind of looks at what slasher films were like that back then. And I totally lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Well, don't look to me. I wasn't listening.
I don't remember where I was going with that. Anyway, the performance.
I think you were trying to talk about the angles that it talked about. I mean, I think you were done with your sentence. It talked about.
I'm done.
I'm
so done.
It addresses in fact, the whole thing is made because they're hiring a queer director to come in and deal with the transphobia of the series. And so that's sort of the catalyst of why she's involved and how it all evolves from there.
I think that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what you were saying. So how many grapes do you give it?
Listen, when we walked out of the theater, I probably would have given it 2 grapes, but I feel like sitting with it and now talking about it, I feel a little more connected to it. So I'm going to give it 3 grapes.
I'm going to give it 3 grapes too. Yeah. I'm going to say the acting, it was really good.
The acting is fantastic.
I get that they're doing a different thing. That's fine.
There's this thing in it where there's a lot of focus on sweet treats, like candy, movie theater candy. And I don't know. Okay, maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I don't get what they're trying to say with this movie, and I feel stupid for it. But maybe the candy means something metaphorically. But there's a lot of reference. Like they make a chandelier out of the candy wrappers. And there's several scenes in it where they're buying candy and they're talking about how, and I agree with this, like every candy brand has come out with a like a gummy version of their candy. So you have like gummy Starburst and gummy Lifesavers and gummy, everything. Everything's gummy now. But they mentioned that, and I was like, am I...
Back in my day, we ate hard candy.
Right? Am I stupid? Do I not get what they're trying to say? And I hate movies like this because they make me feel dumb because I don't get what they're trying to say. And I was like, is it because I'm stupid? I don't understand what you're trying to say with the candy. Anyway, that's why I watch YouTube videos about it, and then it makes me feel smart.
Well, you let me know when you figure this one out because it was a strange one.
I will.
Anyway, yeah, three for me. I will say this though about it: it's not a movie I'll ever see again. I
probably won't watch it again. No.
Yeah.
No. Unless I meet a hot guy who says I've never seen that movie, and I was like, well, let's sit down and watch it together. Maybe then, but probably not.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got. I've been looking up shows, so we have some things to talk about after the podcast to see what we're going to cover. But are you aware of a show called Tiptoe?
Jesus Christ! Your husband just walked in and scared the fuck out of me.
What? The door makes a noise. You acted like he just popped up right next to you.
I didn't hear anything. I'm sorry. I'm so drunk right now. Anyway, what were you saying?
Well, I'm going to need to see that. I want that as a clip, whether we put it on socials or not. I just want to relive that moment.
That scared the shit.
There's a show called Tiptoe I want to talk to you about, but we'll do it afterwards because this is a great podcast, but it's going on forever. So let's let our fans go eat.
The oh my God, what do I say? The cork is back in the bottle.